3, 2, 1, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Undecided. I am your host, Sunny, and to my right is
Ray,
and to his right is
Efrain.
And today we are going to be talking about body modifications, going under the knife, nip tuck, plastic surgery, implants, injections. Do we like them? Do we not?
You'll find out on the next episode of Undecided.
Dava, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about, especially nowadays with like Instagram culture and everything? I feel like plastic surgery is a lot more like prevalent in today's society. But do you guys fuck with it? Do you not? What kind do you do fuck with? What kind you don't fuck with?
So personally, for me, were you gonna go?
No,
first?
you can go ahead.
All right. So personally, for me, I don't fuck with all that getting your ass big and your tits huge and shit like that. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I'm fine if you want to get your nose fixed. Cool. If you want to get a little bit of Botox, cool. But anything that requires a major altercation that like makes you like look potentially deformed in the future, I don't fuck with at all.
Yeah, I like a fat ass. That's what I like, but not like a fat. I don't like plastic surgery ass. Like Kim Kardashian.
They look like diapers.
Yeah, exactly.
They look like diapers.
Kim
It's weird.
Kardashian's ass, Nicki Minaj's ass.
I don't like
fuck with
those.
that. No, it's just like way too big. It doesn't even look real.
Yeah.
But the type of ass that I like, I'm not speaking about ass because I love ass. But
I fucking love that shit. I need that shit.
oh yeah, but like I like
Degenerate.
fit, I like somebody that works out, like
Yeah.
thick legs that are you can actually. I know you guys don't like it, but I like muscular legs.
Who said I don't?
That's what I like.
No, I like
Oh, muscular.
No, I like tone
Like
legs,
tone,
but not
I
like
like
tone,
tone.
not like
No.
muscular.
That's kind of I know, but that's
Yeah.
like it's still muscular. You know what I'm saying? I like a girl that's thick. I'd rather have a girl that's more toned than a girl that's just thick. A girl that has like cellulite, no.
Damn,
I-
hella
body
sexist.
shaming,
I'm
body
not
sexist, bro.
I'm not body shaming. I like that, but
He's like, I don't like
prefer
fucking
it.
fat pigs. You fucking fat pig.
You're
No,
degenerate.
no.
You're degenerate. You know
I
that?
don't hate on women that don't work out and look good. I mean, some girls, eat right and they don't work out and they just
Yeah.
still look good. So I mean, I just like me personally. I like fit girls.
Yeah. For me, I would probably say like overall, like I don't really like it. I mean, I definitely don't like the ass, and I don't really know anybody that likes like when they get those implants in the ass. And like
But tits,
the tits.
I don't like those either.
Nah, like the tits. Nah.
Like you fucking squeeze them right, and they're hard.
I've
It's
never
hella
felt.
weird.
I've never felt fake tits before.
Really?
I haven't
Never.
either.
I
I never have.
It feels
I know.
so hard. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, like I swear, like so they like decide to like hit you with it, they'll knock your ass out.
Yeah, no, like,
hella
I
heavy.
don't.
It
I
feels
don't.
weird.
Yeah, I
don't
wouldn't
like
want
it.
to like fake tits. I mean, they look nice, but they don't. I'm imagining they won't feel nice and shit.
I don't like it. Mm.
I do like lip injections though.
Yeah.
If a girl gets like the right amount of like, I don't know what the fuck they put in their lip. Like,
Isn't it Botox?
no, it's like silicone or some shit. I don't know. Fucking
I have
know.
no idea.
But-
some girls just take it too far, where they just look like kind of like a duck.
But there's some girls that do it right
Yeah,
though.
some girls can do it.
Some girls do it right though. That shit's
Like,
crazy.
But doesn't
Kylie-
that shit only last for like a week or two and then they have to redo it again?
Oh hell no, not a
No,
week.
I think
Hell
that's
no.
a long ass
Depending on the body, it could do like 6 to 8 months. And
Oh,
they have to
really?
redo- yeah, then they have to redo it again.
Did Kylie Jenner do that or keeps doing that? 'Cause her
Oh,
lips are
all
hella
of
small.
them. All of
I
them
wouldn't
do it.
doubt
All of
it,
them do
bro.
it.
They have all
Girls-
the money to do
No,
that.
for real.
Girls that I've gone to high school have done it, and girls that I've seen and been with have done it and shit like that. Like
That's
it's
super weird though.
it's
Imagine,
really
like
easy.
A 16-year-old doing that.
Yeah.
13-year-old. I know. I remember I went to a quinceañera, and she had breast implants at 15 years old.
oh, what the fuck?
I'm like, the hell?
Hell no.
I'm like, why'd you have your daughter
No,
do that?
the crazy thing, my mom was actually telling me this the other day that I don't know if she was joking or not, but it sounded pretty legit from what she was saying. She was saying that in Venezuela, because Venezuela and Colombia are like the top like place to get like plastic surgery, because like
yeah.
that's the capital of plastic surgery. They were saying that instead of them like having their quinceañera or sweet 16, they also get the option of getting like plastic surgery for their body at that young of an age. Like it's so normalized over there that girls that are like 15, 16, 17 years old, they'd prefer to get plastic surgery than have a like quinceañera or sweet 16.
That's crazy.
And parents are fine with that
I wonder why it's mostly girls that do it. Like, what do you think girls do it more than guys do?
because girls have that standard,
Uh-huh.
that they hold each other higher. Like, I have to look a certain way. I have to have a slim
And I'm happy that
figure.
you said they hold each other too, because this
Yeah.
is one thing that, and I'm gonna get a lot of like flame for this, but there's one thing that I've like learned by living and like listening to girls, is that there is a standard that of beauty that there is for women, but it's not set by men.
No.
Like men don't set that standard of beauty. Like women may think men set that standard of beauty.
Yeah.
But it's
really
really
other women.
it's other women that set that other standard of beauty. Like how many times have you had a woman tell you, "Oh, I don't get ready to impress other men. I get ready to impress other women."
Oh yeah.
You
so
know,
many times.
like not in a sexual way, but they want other women to know, like, I got my shit together, or I'm the top bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I think with that whole plastic surgery thing, I think it's just that, you know, like them getting closer to that mark. Because at the end of the day, like as me being as a guy, me playing sports, me having guys as, you know, my close friends and shit, like spending like 99% of my time on this earth with men. Like we honestly to God don't set the standard. Like we really don't. Guys will fuck anything. Guys will date anybody. Like we really don't. To an extent, obviously. Yeah. But I think like the, you know, the Botox lips, the ass implants, the tits, all that shit, it's standards that women set for each other and men just go along with it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel like that's like the majority of the time. But I've heard there's I can't remember how long ago it was, but there was like a story back in Japan, not a story, like a case back in Japan or China, I don't know, somewhere in Asia. But I guess this guy, a very wealthy Asian man.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Married a model. And they had children, and the children didn't come out to look like the way he expected them to. But it's because the woman had so much plastic surgery done, and he sued his wife.
He won.
I don't know if he won or not.
No, he won.
He did won.
Yeah, he won.
That's crazy. Like, how do you win that? Like,
it's fucking China, bro. Like, fucking nothing ever makes sense in China.
Well, China also, like, you have to think about it. In China, like, women don't have like as much priority as men do. Like, in China, they prefer you have like even when it comes to birth, like, they prefer you have boys than girls. That's why like the adoption rate for Chinese little girls are through the roof. Yeah. Because you're only supposed to technically have 2 kids, you know? I don't know if that rule still.
No, there's only 1 kid.
1 kid? Oh, I thought it was 2 before.
I think it was 2. Maybe it could have been 2 at the most.
I remember it used to be 2. Well, when I was growing up, I remember it was 2. And there was a bunch of documentaries that said that the parents prefer to have sons because they can have more of a successful life in China as a businessman than having a girl. They just think girls are not as like valuable. Yeah. So I mean, if that happened in China, I'm not saying that's true, but
that's China. That's how the government is. That's a fucking communist dictatorship.
But that's like how just like the world is, though. I mean, not the world is. I mean, just biologically, we have more women in the world than men, and that has to do with like the Y chromosome, the X chromosomes.
I think there is more women in the world.
It has to do with those chromosomes. Yeah. I do know that. I remember I looked into a video about that. There's more women in the world than there are guys, and there will always be more women due to I think it was a
fucking molecules in the fucking the atmosphere. Fucking
God was like more.
No, I mean it makes sense. Like when I look at the 2 genders, I look at women being like I feel like men are like the default gender, and then women are like the 2.0. You get what I'm saying? Like. Like I feel like women just have a lot more going on with like their bodies, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Like guys were a test trial for God, and then he was like,
"Well, women are the second gender. Even according to the Bible, women are the second gender.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like not as in like tier wise or whatever, but like they came after men. You know what I mean. So it's like I don't know. I feel like naturally they just have more to offer. But with the whole plastic surgery thing,
what do you think about let's go back because we're talking about the whole entire body. But what do you think about like getting your teeth done,
like veneers and shit?
Yeah, veneers and shit.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's just like if you want to do a body modification where you think that you are going to look better, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And even if you want to do like a massive body modification where it's obviously not natural, that's completely fine. At the end of the day, it's your body. You do what you want to do.
What about the girl from was it Australia? The girl that turned into Barbie, and then there's a guy that turned into Ken.
Ken, I seen that shit. Yeah. I think when niggas do that shit, like when niggas and females do that shit, I think at that point, honest to God, it really is like a psychological thing.
Oh, it definitely.
It really is.
Or like just for the clout, really.
I don't even think it would be the clout.
It's not so much of that.
Clout's part of it.
It can be part of that because I mean they wouldn't get that same attention without being that looking to looking.
You're right, but you have to remember like they did all this because I saw an interview on the guy and somebody asked him why he did it, and he was doing this way before anybody knew he did it. Like he looked like Ken way before anybody knew he looked like Ken. He says it wasn't until the recent years that people really started getting him like press and paparazzi. When he started perfecting his body, I think for him it was more of a psychological thing of like, I want to perfect my body instead of I want more attention. Yeah, I think at least for him. For the girl, I don't know. I just know about the guy.
I saw one on Snapchat just a couple days ago. If you go on Snapchat, there's like a story about this one guy who has done like at least like over 30 procedures to his face.
That's crazy.
And he looks super unrealistic.
I remember there was back in a couple years ago, there was a guy that made himself look like Kim Kardashian. Yeah,
a dude did that shit?
That's
what the
weird.
fuck?
Yeah.
I will say this though, when it comes to, and this is what I was telling Fab when she was here the other day. When it comes to like transgenders, like men who transition to females, like a lot of the time you can tell that they used to be a man. And then you can even still say that even if they've had a very good procedure that was very expensive, because there's some procedures that are just better than others.
Yeah.
There's like some transgenders who genuinely look like women. That's because the procedure was really good and it was done by a good doctor and it was very expensive. But you could still tell that they are, at one point, they used to be a man, because like I was telling her, like the procedures that they have done to their body, from the lips to the eyes to the ass to the hip, you know, the waist size and all that shit, it looks too on T.
It looks too perfect.
It looks too perfect. It looks like it looks like what a man would envision a perfect woman to look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like too good to be true.
It's like too good to be true. Like women don't look like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it looks too on point of what a guy would envision a woman to look like.
It's like I said the other day, it was the Johnny Bravo effect. You guys remember Johnny Bravo, right?
Yeah.
Like he was this big buff guy, perfect hair and whatever. And every girl he got at was like this girl, Coca-Cola bottle, perfect figure, perfect. And that's what I think of when you were talking about that the other day, because it's just too perfect.
Like a Nikita Dragon or whatever.
Yeah.
Like she looks too much like a caricature of like the perfect woman. Like this is like what a guy if I were to become a woman, this is what I would imagine the perfect woman to look like, and that's what, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's like it's your body. You do what you want to do. It's your choice. Again, if you want to do like a nose job or some maybe some Botox here and there, maybe some lip injection, that's it's fine, cool. I think that's reasonable. Like if you want to enhance your looks, I think that's attractive. But if you want to completely change your looks, I think that's like a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. I think another reason why it's so accepted now is because when we were growing up, especially in this area, it was very like LDS. So it's like they say, like your body's a temple, don't do anything to it that would change it.
Yeah.
I feel like our generation and the younger generations are kind of starting to push away from the church and not listening to like those commandments that the church has, and they're like finally starting to like express themselves, and this is a way of expression for some people. Some people are like, damn, I have no lips, I want to get some lips. Maybe I have a ugly ass nose, I'm gonna get a better nose. So it might just be another form of expression for the younger generation that's doing it now, at least here in the Valley.
What about the morality of it though?
Yeah, what I think about it is like when you like, for example, somebody that does get plastic surgery, I think to my head, and this kind of sounds fucked up, but like if I were a guy with a woman that had plastic surgery, and like I don't want my kids to turn out ugly,
Yeah.
I want like a girl that's like I'd rather have a girl that's all natural and beautiful than a girl that is plastic surgery and beautiful, because then again, I don't know how my kids are going to turn out. I think about this a lot too.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to turn out ugly, and I know it sounds fucked up, but I just want what I want for my kids.
Yeah.
So when you
he just owns his kids if they're ugly as shit.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what I'm
perfect.
saying. That's why I want to get with an attractive girl, because I know how my
you can't. If this no, I don't know about you, but if two parents are attractive, the kids end up being ugly. That's how it always is.
All right, then I'm assuming you have nothing to worry about because you're ugly.
Fuck you, bitch.
Nah, but I just know my kids are gonna be beautiful.
Right?
No,
I know my kids are gonna be attractive. So I don't think that's really necessarily true too. I mean, there's some attractive adults that have really attractive kids. It's really how
I don't know.
I've seen a couple.
I've seen maybe a couple. Yeah, but overall,
I mean, I don't look at people's parents or go if I see an attractive woman, like, hey, can I see a picture of your mom and your dad?
You don't?
See your ancestors.
I thought that was normal.
That's a normal thing.
No, there's been times where I've seen girls and they're attractive, and I've asked to see what their parents look like.
That's
hella
weird.
It's not weird, nigga. It's just normal
weird,
shit.
Can I see your parents?
The reason I've actually done the same thing, but the reason
real?
is because it's gonna sound fucked up, but and you can tell this by guys, you can kind of tell what a guy's gonna look like in the
Oh,
future
by the
based
look
off
of
his
their
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's true.
Like,
Yeah,
and it's the same with girls. Like you kind of
Yeah.
know what a girl's gonna look like, and it's gonna sound fucked up.
but
You,
by their
you
mom.
know, a girl has the tendencies of their like parent. Like
Yeah.
if you saw your dad grow up, just sit on the couch and watch TV and get fat, most likely you're gonna do the same thing because it's
Yeah.
what you learned. If a girl's mom is a little bit overweight, she's gonna tend to be a little bit
Yeah.
overweight. You can change the patterns, but you can kind of tell like, when they're gonna get in their 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell what they're gonna look
Yeah.
like. It sounds fucked up.
I remember.
but it's just
I
the
remember
truth.
Papa said that when we were younger. He's like, anytime you go on a date with a girl, ask to see a picture of her mom, because it's like that's what you're looking down. Like it's honestly true.
Yeah.
Like you tend to look like your parents when you get older. So it's like
Yeah.
if you genuinely want to see what your wife or your girl may look like 20 or 30 years down the line, like take a look at their mom.
That's
take a
what
look
I'm
at their
saying.
dad. Like
That's
they're
what
gonna look like their parents.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But like, if you're gonna look like your parents, I mean, if their parents look attractive, you might like you as well as gonna look attractive.
I don't know, bro. Like
you just
no, like
said that.
99% of the people that I know that are attractive have like ugly parents, or at least one of the parents are ugly. Like facts, bro.
I don't know.
I know
attractive girls that I've seen. They have had attractive parents when they were younger. I mean, well, obviously when you're older, you tend to let yourself go. You're obviously not gonna look attractive.
But-
whereas when you were younger,
Here's the thing. Like, how are we comparing attractiveness? Because 2020 attractive is different than 1980 and 1970.
like no, like no, because this is a thing. This is how you split it up, and this goes with the plastic surgery thing too. Because plastic surgery, it favors one of these points. There's lust and hotness,
Yep.
which like plastic surgery like amplifies,
Mhm.
right? And then there's like beauty, like there's like
Yeah.
drop dead, like gorgeous. Like we all know a few girls were like without makeup, they could just wake out of bed, and if they're at a party, they are by far the most attractive, beautiful women in the entire fucking room. And then
Yeah.
there's girls who, put the eyelashes on and they have the extensions and they wear the skimpy outfits and have cake faces and shit.
Yeah.
And that applies more to the lust aspect to it. Same with the
Yeah.
plastic surgery. I feel like the plastic surgery applies more to the lust aspect of it.
yeah,
But with the beauty, that's just all natural.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking natural.
Yep.
So I think when we go off attractiveness, especially with the parents, that's what I go off of because when I'm thinking about the girls that I know that are like just they're just beautiful, like just by looking at them, they're just beautiful. It's like again, no makeup on, woke up like this type of shit. They don't need the extensions, they don't need the lip injections, they don't need any of that shit. They're just going to be attractive, and their parents, especially their mom, just aren't good looking. Like their mom isn't that attractive or whatever. There's only a few exceptions that I know where the mom is attractive and the daughter's also attractive as well. But overall, from what I've seen, it's not really the case.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of Utah Valley moms are like that.
What?
A lot of Utah Valley moms are like that. Like they're hot and then their daughter's hot.
yeah.
Or what if the mom's hotter than the daughter?
Hey, that's
That's
happened.
happened
Yeah,
too.
no, there's
you know this better than us. That's why I'm saying I don't know how you don't see it. I see it. I see like there's mom there.
No,
like,
but it happens. But
I mean, it
okay.
happens. I'm not
But
denying
again,
that.
there's exceptions. Like
yeah, there's obviously exceptions.
like I'm saying, like like if a guy has a dad that all his dad is do is sit down on the couch, like eat and get fat. Maybe down the line he learns, oh, you know what? I don't want to have that same routine. I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna get active. I'm gonna work out, eat better, and down the line he'll look better than his dad.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's exceptions, but obviously, like most of the time, we know like
Yeah.
you want to know kind of what your like significant other's gonna look like down the line. Look at their parents.
Wait, so again, like going deaf, like why do you think like guys don't go down the plastic surgery route more than girls do? Like I know we mentioned that girls have that standard, but what
Because-
else? Like guys would rather work out. You know what I'm saying? than-
Yeah. Well, because I don't think guys hold each other to that standard. Like, you could have 5 guys in a group. One could be really good looking, one could be average, one could be fat, one could be short, one could be tall.
Yeah.
You're all still going to be vibing and cooling,
Yeah.
But not for girls. Girls only associate with what their ratings are. It sounds fucked up, but a 10's only going to associate with what a 10.
I don't think
No,
so.
no,
No,
I
I don't
think
think
so,
so.
bro.
How
I
many?
think
No.
so.
How many 10s do you see with other 10s? 10s don't like being with 10s.
Yeah, I've seen
Hell,
it.
no,
I've seen
10s
it.
like being with 1s and 2s.
I'm not,
How
not-
many?
not
How
ones
many?
and twos.
How many? No. How
Not
many
that
pairs
low.
of friends in high school and shit that you saw where like one friend was like the fucking 10, and
Okay.
her
You know-
best
yeah, you
friend
know
was
what?
like a
You're
3
right,
or a
you're
4.
Right, you're right. But that was in high school.
No, even now, even now.
Now, when I
Even
see a
now.
10, I see another 10 next to her.
No. Girls
that's
like
what I've
no
seen.
girls. If the 10s like being with other girls that are not as attractive as them. because it puts them in the alpha spot. It makes them Regina George of the group. Like, they're top bitch. No, I'm serious.
George.
Like, you're the top
Ray
bitch.
doesn't know who that is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wait, you never seen Mean Girls?
Oh
Yeah, like the blonde bitch and shit. Like,
yeah.
you're gonna get groups of attractive girls who hang out with other attractive girls. There's no doubt about that. But I think overall, like, whether girls know it or not, attractive girls tend to hang out with uglier friends because it just puts them at that spot. If you're an attractive girl and you hang out with another attractive girl, that means you have more competition. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's like, for example, like, I remember one time I was in college and we were at this party or whatever. We were hanging out with these group of girls, and one of them was he's not a girl, he's a dude, but he's this gay nigga or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And side note, this is how I know this nigga really is a gay nigga, because this is how he thinks. He thinks like a girl. And we were talking about some kinds of situation, but anyways, we were talking about what if this certain girl walked into this type of room that was attractive, and he's like, oh, who's this bitch? So what I'm trying to get to is, he, thinking like a girl, assumes that another girl walking into the same situation or same room as him automatically is competition.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's just how girls think. Like, when another girl is on the same par as them or on the same level as them, is automatically competition.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, gay guys, they think, I feel like they don't really generally
Ray
think
knows this
like,
very well.
I don't feel like, because like you were saying, like, say who the hell is this bitch? A girl would not say that.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
would.
they
Hell
would.
yeah,
Yeah, they
nigga.
would.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they
Hell
would.
yeah,
Nah.
bro. What they talking about?
Bro, 100% they would.
Hell
And
yeah.
I've witnessed
Hell
it.
yeah, bro.
I've
Girls
never-
always talking shit, bro. What you talking
I mean,
about?
I've never, me personally, I've never heard of ever a girl like in like when I was hanging out with them or wherever we are. If we're in like in a group or something like that, I've never heard of another girl coming in and saying, "Who the hell is this bitch?"
Well, they might
No,
not
they're
say
gonna
it
say
word
out
for
loud,
word.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
might not say it word for word, but by the way she's like, who's this? Or like the way she looks at like a girl across the room or something, like you can tell that's what she's thinking, like, who's this bitch?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At least I've witnessed this many times.
And if one girl is trying to be, if two girls meet for the first time and one of the girls is being overly friendly, like very, very friendly,
Yeah.
she's trying to assert her dominance over the other girl. You get what I'm saying?
Overly friendly.
So like, there's two girls at meet, right?
Uh-huh.
And they both say hi, whatever, and one's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Chances are she's trying to assert her dominance over the other girl
By being nice.
by you get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it.
I don't-
It's like
It's kinda like- it's kinda like a mob.
It's like two dogs meet. Ah, damn it.
dogs and shit.
Wait, no.
They're calling dogs and
Fucking
shit.
dogs.
You're calling dogs and shit.
Because I don't know.
No,
I'm not trying to refer.
no,
to
but
it
it's
in a
kind of
bad
like
way.
no, it's kind of like a
No,
mob thing. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
it's
saying? Like, you
it's-
go,
no. Like, let's say this. Let's do this. Okay, there's two gangs, right? Two gang members go in the same area, but they're in a neutral area.
Yeah.
They can't be for anything. But one's gonna try to assert his dominance of being a better gang member than the other. Wow, this is a horrible.
no, I got
so
one.
I should-
No,
what-
no,
what
no,
I-
I
What
got
I
one.
usually see when I go to a party and there's another girl that's usually pretty, I always see like a girl.
Ray goes up to them.
No. I don't
Start
go
rubbing
to-
his hands
I
and
always
shit,
see-
start
I
his
always-
fire.
I always see a girl like a compliment her, like, "Oh yeah, like, you're really pretty," and then they really.
Nah,
like,
bro, you're thinking like a nigga though, bro. You
No,
can't
that's-
think
it's
like a
not- I'm
nigga,
not
bro.
thinking like that.
No,
That's
you're-
what I personally have seen.
No, I know,
No,
but
but
behind that,
Behind all that, bro, you gotta look
is
deeper
something
than
else.
that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mob kind of thing. Like imagine if you were like a store owner in like 1967 Brooklyn.
We're
Like-
trying to like explain a woman's mind, but we can't.
You can't, but like imagine this relationship. Imagine if you're you're the store owner of this mom and pop shop in like 1957 Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? And some fucking dude with like, a striped pin suit, like a $2,000 shoe with a hand painted tie, walks in. He's like, man, what a nice store you got over here. You know what? Let me take care of you. Let me take you out. Let me buy you some dinner. Let me get some guys around. They're being. Like, why that guy's being nice to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, why that nigga's being, like, overtly nice to you. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
No, I can see
like,
that.
here,
I
let me treat you nice and put, like $100 bill in your shirt pocket type of shit. It's like,
But
I
that's
know
the
it's a
thing,
total,
though.
like, a bad analogy, but.
It might have been. I feel like that might have been the way it was back in the day. But now, like, I see like how women go out and do parties. They always like with random people, like, hey, let's go take a group picture of all the women that are there. I don't feel like they're as like
Arnold.
like as hateful as they were back in the day.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
I don't know. That's what
Hell
I
yeah,
experience.
bro.
That's what I see. When I see, look at like
So
pictures
there-
at parties, that's
There
usually
are
in a group
there
together
are
and take
girls
pictures.
that are genuinely
Uh,
like kind girls.
yeah.
There are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's an exception, but the majority of the girls that are trying to be on the scene, that are trying to be the top dog, that are getting all
Yeah.
these influencer follows, they get all these like merch, like reps and whatever. No,
Mhm.
they're those type of girls that are gonna go to another girl and try to assert her dominance, but in a really kind way.
Yeah,
It's a weird way that they
there's
do it.
studies that show that women are just as, if not more likely to be more violent than men. But
Oh, yeah.
women,
I can see that.
but women portray violence in a different way than men do. When men are upset with each other, it's on the spot, and then men duke it out, and then it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
But women will cut off circles, like they'll cut off social circles. They'll start rumors. They will start, isolating the person that they don't
Dude,
like.
they strategize.
They strategize. They
Like-
make it a
like,
whole laid out
a
plan
guy-
and
a
shit,
It's a
guy-
psychological game.
A guy
Yeah,
will
exactly.
think. A guy will think about the problem right there and then,
and handle it right there and
then.
then.
Uh,
Exactly.
But a woman will think like 10 steps ahead
Yeah.
of what the next move's gonna
and
be.
try to isolate that girl. So start rumors to get that girl's friends to not kick it with her no more.
Again, this is just our opinion. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's just like a guy's opinion.
But going back to what we were saying though, I think it's just that realm of just like the woman's world among other women. I think is a huge reason as to why a lot of them go down the plastic route than the men do,
they
because
just want to one up each other.
yeah, like I mean, there's a lot of times where like like when I was working at Vans, I would ask my coworkers like, what does it mean when you see like another girl walk in here and she's like very well dressed and everything. And my friend told me, she was like, it just like, she just looks like she has it together. Like she looks like she has like the perfect guy. She probably drives a nice car. She has a good job. Like she just has it together. Like she is the top bitch. Like women are insanely competitive. They're very, very competitive. Like they fucking are competitive to the point to who they date. You know what I'm saying? Like women will only date certain men to get one up on other women. Has nothing to do with the guy that they're dating, but because I'm dating this nigga, that makes me better than you. Like women are insanely competitive. I think in a lot of ways, women are more competitive than men.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Women are insanely competitive. So I think with the plastic route is a lot of the plastic surgeries with the Kim Kardashians, the Jenners, the Nicki Minaj, all that shit. It just set that like those are the top bitches in society right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones driving the Porsches, the Bentleys, all that shit. They're getting the Birkins.
Yep.
They're getting flown out. That's the thing I hate the most about all that shit.
What?
Is the bitches that get the plastic surgery they're flown out girls. Like they get
yeah.
you know that culture of getting flown out?
Yeah.
Like, we all know a bitch that gets flown out.
I know one that we all know. Well, I don't know if Ray knows, but that you know, it's your one ex's friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't say her name, but she's that. Like, after we had that discussion about, like, wonder where she was, I looked her up. Bro, she turned exactly to the T into everything we're talking about to being the flown out type of girl.
Yeah, you get flown out.
Everything.
Yeah. I know there's one girl that way back when in high school, she was like hella suicidal and hella depressed and shit. And I remember I used to talk to her every night and shit because she was like super depressed. She was like super nice and everything. And then she like glowed up. Like she hella glowed up and shit. And now she's just a flown out girl. Hella fucking conceited. Hella fucking conceited, bro. Like all she posts, these are the three things that she posts. No, these are the four things that she posts on her stories. These are the posts on her ass and her tits, the cars that her man's buys her, whatever, her purses and her, her clothes and shit and her pet dog. Those are the only things. And then sometimes she'll post like, oh, you bitches fucking are jealous of me, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I think it's just that culture. It's that Instagram flown out culture. You know what I mean? Like that NBA, I get dicked down by NBA nigga type culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
But I mean, that also, I mean, not only does it affect, but I guess it's competitive towards women too. But you do have to look a certain type of way to get flown out. You know what I'm saying? So it is a guy's situation. You get to look good for the guys as well.
But also, if you look good, you're, at least the way I look at it, the better you look, the more status you have, and the more likely you are to get into bigger like circles of like celebrities.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, at least. So it's really like a whole culture. Like if you think about it.
Well, I think there's just that look. Like if you want to be that look, if you want to be that girl to be in the social circles, if you want to go to the parties, if you want to get the free drinks, and if you want to get flown out, and you want to get the clothes and all that shit for free. All this shit, by the way, is for free. Then you have to have the lips. You have to have the ass. You have to have the extensions, the acrylics, the all that shit. You have to have all of that shit. And I think that's just the standard of beauty that we have right now. But I feel like a lot of it so much is just too much. It's just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's just, and I feel like the generation after us is going to be completely opposite. Like, I feel like flat chest, flat ass, like scrawny girls may be what's in for like the generation after us. Like, I think
I don't know. I mean, like, I can say like, usually in like white women, I don't know. It's like I don't want to be sound fucked up. Like they're usually more skinnier and more like petite.
Yeah.
And since there's all this type of mixing, you see a lot thicker white women now.
You do see some thick ass white
Exactly,
women.
but that's the thing that you don't see them before. So I don't see necessarily everybody turning skinny.
I don't know, bro. You seen some bitches in the 70s, bro?
Yeah.
Like white women in the 70s were thick, or the 50s they were thick.
Yeah, their genetics. And it's also like their waist trainers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Again, it's a subculture. Like the women's standard to each other is held so high that it changes constantly.
Yeah.
You know, for men, not so much. It's like,
Well, it depends.
do you work out?
It all
Do you not
depends.
work out?
Oh, for
Yeah.
the men.
Yeah, it's like that. That's kind of
yeah,
simply what it is. Like for guys, like if we're dumbing it down, do you work out? Do you not work out?
Yeah.
Are you fit? Are you not fit? It's like,
I just don't
You
see
know?
niggas getting plastic surgery other
and-
than working out and getting tattoos.
but
That's it.
It depends on like where you go. I mean, if you're going to like the modeling agency, if you want to be like a top, like really really high model, I feel like you do have to get plastic surgery.
Oh,
Top
yeah, for
models
sure.
have
Oh, yeah,
to do
yeah.
get plastic surgery. So, it all depends on what you want to do and what avenues you go into.
I just remember when I was a kid, I would go online and I would see like plastic surgery mishaps and it's like all these celebrities and they have like those calic
Oh,
faces
God.
and shit.
yeah,
Like hella
And they
fucked
just have
up.
no feeling in their face.
Yeah, no
Imagine
feeling in
that.
their
It's
face.
like being numb all day.
Yeah.
Dude, for me, it was always the telenovelas and like the noticieros on like Univision and shit. Dude, all the weather girls have fucking plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
There's a one in I know there's a famous one in
The
Mexico.
Mexican one?
Yeah, she's
yeah.
like a Coca-Cola.
Like,
Bro,
does she wear like a red dress all the
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So like all the like growing up, that's kind of what we saw. Like, you
well,
know,
here in the United
yeah,
States,
you
it's
know?
like that too.
So
Fox
degrading.
13, bro. Fox 13, every
no, but
news
the
egg-
way that the girl the
in Mexico and shit.
no, but like like the one that she like her, you don't see them here in the country
No, you
like
don't.
that.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Like that's what I'm saying. But growing up, I know at least you
Yeah.
watched like Univision and you're
Yeah.
like, damn.
For
Yeah.
real.
You know?
I don't know. It just for me as a guy, for me personally, when it comes to the beauty standard of women, I definitely understand that men do play a role in it for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I would argue that the effect that men have on women's beauty standards is nothing compared to the effect that women have on men's beauty standards. I honestly do believe that women's beauty standards, I got a fucking burp. Ooh, excuse me. Are set by each other. Like from the magazines to the movies to all that shit, it's really set by each other. I mean, I guess maybe early Hollywood had a part to do with it, but they also had a part to do with men as well. But men handled it differently.
Yeah.
But I honestly do believe overall, when it comes to the plastic surgery and everything that boils down to it, it really is, if we're gonna be completely honest, it's women's standards that they hold within their own community to each other.
Yeah. It's true. I believe it. Last thing I'm gonna say on it, you know, if you want to get plastic surgery, it's your body, do it. Personally, I think if you want to get dentures in your teeth and your like nose fixed, go for it.
Yeah, it's your body. You do what you
You do
want.
what you
Like,
want.
it's your body. If you want to
Do
get
what
that
you want.
fat fucking dump truck of an ass, go ahead and fucking do it.
I say work out.
Yeah, work out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's
I'd rather
always
have
better
to
just to
work
work
out
out than
Yeah, then do get plastic surgery. That's why.
unless it's like a nose, because you can't work out
Yeah,
your
you can't.
nose.
Nah, you
Mm,
can't
you
work
know,
out your
I
teeth
know.
either.
You can't work out your
Nah.
teeth. If it's like shit, I guess we could say that if it's shit that you can't work out,
Yeah, that you
Yeah.
can't alter yourself.
yeah, then it's,
You- yeah.
we'll let it slide. But you gotta let us know before you do it.
Yeah.
No, but remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to get to like, how many subscribers do we want to get to? Like,
We want to hit, I think 100.
Yeah, we want to hit 100.
That's a
100, yeah.
milestone for us.
we just barely hit 100 followers on Instagram. So congratulations to us. We're proud of ourselves.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your host, Sunny. To my right is,
Ray,
and to his right.
Ephraim.
And this was another episode of Undecided. Peace.
don't forget to
Peace.
hit that notification icon.